Hi Taurus, welcome to your month ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you. And just to let you know, Tribal Tuesday's enrollment for the September course is up and coming, so if you want to be a part of that, check out the link in the description box below. So your actions and your interactions with the world at large, you've got the Five of Wands. It's going to be a busy month for you, Taurus. Five of Wands is lots of people talking at once. Sometimes people talking over each other. Sometimes it's everybody has something to say. But the fact that this is in your actions, this is about what you're doing. So this is about you interacting with groups of people, working with groups of people, you know, collaborating with people as well could definitely be on the table. It's going to be a very busy and fun, but also a very dynamic month for you. My advice to you, because the fives tend to be, quite challenging, right? So, and because it tends to be with a lot of people, it could see you having moments of feeling a little bit exasperated. So it's like, you know what? Have fun, enjoy, be a part of the group, do your thing, get out there, speak to people, interact with people as much as you can, but be sure to factor in some time away where you can kind of decompress. The thing about Taurus as a sign, it likes things to be easy, and whenever you have a lot of people together as a group, things are anything but, because we can't control anybody else, right? The only thing we're ever in control of is ourselves. And I mean, gosh, you know, I'm just thinking back to when I was younger. I don't think I was in control of myself at all. Let's have a look. So your money and materials this month. What's going on in the finance sector? And this month you've got the King of Wands, right? So interestingly enough, I kind of feel like you're leading by example when it comes to your finances this month. So the King of Wands would be a fire sign male. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody that is fun, feisty, dynamic, vibrant, somebody that has a real zest for life. And it could be that this person is a part of the group. But equally, the King of Wands is about you putting yourself out there. It's about you putting yourself out on the wider world stage. So the fact that this is in your finances, it could be that you're leading by example. So you could be showing people how to manage money, showing people how to budget, showing people how to manifest things, right? All of that stuff is highlighted this month. The fact that it's in your personal finances, your money and materials though, it almost feels like there's something about you divulging your earnings this month. And it's not like about, oh, look at me, I've been earning all this money, or I've made this, or I've made that. It's about giving people a framework of something to aim for. I know that sounds really odd, but that's what's coming through. I don't know why. It's almost like you're showing people, look, this is what you can do. If you're smart, if you budget, if you work hard, if you're passionate about what you do, you can increase your earnings. It's almost like you're showing people this much, but you're leading by example. And it could be that this is within a group. You could find, you know, that you're in a group somewhere and suddenly you're talking about money and stuff, and people are like hanging on every word that you've got to say because you've actually proven how you can make these things a reality. What an interesting set of cards. That's I don't even really know where that message is coming from, but it's coming through nonetheless. So your communications with the world at large, you've got the Three of Swords, okay? Now, I have to say this to you. It may well be, you know, because you've got it well maybe. Don't ask. It's from the musical Wicked. Anyway, right? It well may be that this week, the feeling that I get from this is about a friend. you and a friend may have some differences this month. You might have, because the Three of Swords is a separation that hurts the heart, right? And because it comes next to that King of Wands, it could be that you and a friend end up having a bit of a blow up. Now, the feeling that I get from this is it isn't necessarily going to end the friendship, but it may well see you at odds for a while, where you're kind of like, well, I'm going to sit in my corner because I feel like I'm right. They're doing exactly the same thing. And it kind of takes you a while to get back to that moment. What I will say to you is this, because we've had the lunar eclipse, right? If the friendship is true and it's lasted the test of time, the chances are you will have your blow up, you'll have your blowout, and you'll be able to move past it. If it isn't, and it's just come to its natural end, everything, you know, every reason to its season and all that, it may well be that you fall out with a friend, and because of principles on both sides, I have to say, you might find that there's a friendship that comes to an end this month. It could very well be a possibility. All right, so let's have a look at your personal relationships in your heart and your half. And this month you get the Six of Pentacles, right? Lovely. So for those of you that are single, I have to say, it looks like for those of you that are single, a lot of you could be coming out of one relationship and literally hooking up with somebody straight after. Oh, you saucy little minxes. And that's, you know, that's not to say everybody, but it does look like if one relationship ends, it looks like somebody else comes in very, very quickly straight after. So if a relationship ends this month for you, you could find that, you know, within a week or so, somebody else shows up and you're like, oh, damn, you know, that person's a little bit of me. For those of you that are partnered, this looks like your partner really wants to help and support you in some way. It really looks like you and your partner are actually getting, you know, for some of you, this could be off the back of a difficult time already. You could have gone through a rocky patch, you could have had some words, you could have had some moments, but this month, it's like your partner saying, you know what, I hear where you're coming from, what can I do to help you, what can I do to assist you? And you in return are able to, you know, swallow your pride and say, look, you know what, I need your help, I need your assistance. It's almost like there's some sort of reunification this month. For those of you that are partnered or, you know, in a relationship, this is like, it spells that definite end to the difficult times, as far as I'm concerned. That's what I feel from this. But yeah, for those of you that are single, or those of you that are at the end of a relationship, it looks like somebody comes in very, very quickly straight after. You know, for those of you that are single and haven't come out of a relationship, this really suggests to me that the next person coming in will have some baggage, so to speak, but it's almost like you're kind of saying to yourself, you know what, and I mean this in the best way, it's almost like you're saying to yourself, this person's a bit of a fixer-upper, but I actually feel like they're a decent person. They may have had a difficult time of it, you know, in their own life, but there's nothing about them that makes me think, oh no, steer clear. You know, there's so, for those of you that are single and haven't just broken up with somebody, the person that's coming in may well have some of their own issues, but the beauty of this person, they are willing to work on them, to, you know, willing to work on themselves as well, which is beautiful. Your first week of August, bam, you got the Sun card, baby, right underneath that Five of Wands. So although the groups are going to be fun, dynamic and loud, they are also going to be brilliant for you. You're going to have a lot of fun this month, Taurus. You're going to have a lot of interactions, and it may well be that one of those people in the groups that you're interacting with ends up becoming quite significant in your life. Now, the chances are, because you've got the Sun card and the King of Wands, this person will either be a Leo or an Aries, one or the other. So in your second week of the month, you have the Judgment card right underneath the King of Wands, right? So what's interesting about this is, usually you probably are quite candid about your finances, about your financial life, and maybe even your physical life, but it looks like you've got a renewed sense of trust in people, in the people that you're interacting with. And actually, the Judgment card suggests that not only are you transforming your own finances this month, but it's almost like you discover a blueprint for success and you are able to replicate that. So it's like while you're transforming your own finances this month, you'll be able to say to other people, and this is how you can do it as well. Share those golden tickets, boy. Share those secrets. I will be there. I'm hitting up all of my Taurus friends this month. I will be hanging on there everywhere, like, show me how it's done. So let's have a look. Your third week of the month, you have the Devil card underneath the Three of Swords. I have to say this, my dear Taurians. For those of you that are in that place, it is time to let go, right? The Devil card is always about what we are negatively, and I use that word sparsely these days, what you are unhealthily attached to, right? The Three of Swords is basically saying something needs to be let go. It could be your style of communication, but it could very well be that there is a friend or a partner in your midst that it's just time to release, right? You'll know because you'll know. For those of you that it doesn't necessarily speak about that, it kind of says to you, where is it that you're being too stubborn? Where is it that you need to soften and back down? Because that's when, when you make yourself vulnerable, you give the other person, the partner, the friend, whatever, time and space to say, okay, you know what, you've backed down a bit. Let me show you that actually I've got you as well. All right. So just keep that in mind. And then finally, your fourth week of the month. No. You got the High Priestess, right, underneath the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, this is great. I mean, for those of you that are partnered and in relationships, you and your partner are sharing secrets this month. You're deepening your bond. Like there's something about you two that just melds into the other. Like you're really sharing that. And it's kind of like you're taking your relationship to a new level, right? You could have been together for years, but it's almost like you're rediscovering aspects of each other. Hidden things about you or things that you kept inside are now being revealed. For some of you, this could be saying, right, well, you know what, I've got this fantasy or, all of that sort of stuff. For those of you that are single, it looks like this person that, comes in very quickly after a partner or somebody has left. It looks like you possibly already know them. This could be somebody that comes forward and says, look, I've seen you go through the mill, but actually now that you're single, I'd really like to date you. It's that kind of energy. It's going to be a really interesting month for you guys. For sure. Lots of enjoyment though. All right, so your key to the month is the Eight of Cups. You've got to be ready, willing and able to let go of what needs to be let go of, right? It's one thing to know that there's something you need to release. It's another to actually do it. And the Eight of Cups is always about walking away from a disappointment. So, two things that I want to say to you. Don't judge those that you love too harshly. Be open to letting them change your mind. Be open to making yourself vulnerable enough for them to say, I want to help. I want to be there. I want to support you. And two, be ready to let go of whatever or whoever is ready to leave your life now. But like I said, for a lot of you that are in relationships, this is going to be a great month. Very, very deepening of the bond, sharing secrets with each other, like, getting back to the giggles and the enjoyment. But for some of you, there's a few things that are coming to a close here. Just roll with it, right? I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you if it's not too personal. Take care and I'll see you soon.